What's up, guys? David with True Dreams Fitness, and I get asked this question all the time. How do you prep your food, and how do you not be in the kitchen every day of the week to meal prep when you're eating 4, 5, or even 6 meals a day? So today I'm going to show you guys what I do. I'm on a 2,200 calorie meal plan right now. I went to the grocery store this morning, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit what I got in the refrigerator, what we're going to get out to start prepping for the week. We're going to have some bell peppers and onions we're going to grill. We're going to have some white sausage that we're going to grill. We've got chicken, of course, that we're going to grill. We got some 90% turkey we're going to, I'm not sure if I'm going to put on the grill. I may do it on the grill since we're grilling everything today. Again, I try to do 1 day a week to do most of my cooking. So I have a griddle on the patio, and I try to do most of it there because I cook a lot in bulk. So without further ado, let's take it to the refrigerator and let's get out what we're going to cook. So we've got a few things we've already prepped for the week. Again, I'd vary at my first meal of the day. Typically I'll have an overnight oats, so I have several jars of this, and usually I'll do 4 of these at a time. I'm not going to make those in this video. If you guys want to see that, I've got several videos I've done where I've made blueberry, strawberry, and all different types of overnight oats. But it's one of my favorites, super easy on the go. But I'll make 4 of these, so that's 4 days worth, and then I'll vary it up where after those 4 days I'll have like some breakfast burritos, or I use the sausage like we're going to cook today, the light sausage, to make some like toasters using some English muffins and some egg whites. So we have that, and then of course, you know, I've already baked this, which is my favorite all time. This is the oatmeal chocolate chip bites. I keep changing the name. I'm not sure what I really call them, but I've never seen anybody else make this, but it is my favorite. Of course, I've done this recipe many times, so you guys can check it out if you like, but it is super awesome. It's always my second meal. It's one of my favorites. Super awesome. But again, I'm constantly filling my refrigerator full of, you know, we have egg whites, and we have different yogurts, and I've got Margot. Margot is in the way. So say hello, say Margot. Oh my goodness, oh I love you too. She's got to be, anytime I got the refrigerator open, she thinks it's for her. Because we do a raw food diet, and all her food is in the bottom drawer. So she's got her chicken and her beef, and her gizzards and all that good stuff, liver, all that good stuff. And so she thinks that everything in here is for her. So crazy dog. But here we go. We got some JC Potters. We're going to cook some of this today. Light country sausage, 90% ground turkey. I'll use this for, I'll make patties, and then I'll also use it to do just ground up on the stove top. So I'll put it in my breakfast burritos. Like I said, we got some asparagus. I forgot, we got to cook some asparagus to go on with these meals. Onions, parsley, or what else we got? Margot, you are in the way. Green peppers, onions, yeah. So anyway, let's get all this stuff out of the refrigerator. Let's get it on the counter and start prepping it and get ready to put it on the grill. All right, so we got most of our meats out and our vegetables out. Getting ready to cut all these things to get ready for the grill. So I try to get everything out on the counter at one time. So I'll get my meats weighed out, portioned to how the way I'm going to cook them. I'm going to do these in patties. So I'm going to do these in 4-ounce patties. So we're going to cut these out and get these suckers weighed out. And then we'll do the same thing with our JC Potter white country sausage. We'll do 4-ounce patties there. Now the chicken I buy in bulk. I usually get the big chicken breast that, man, they're really honestly too thick. And every time I try to cook them on the grill or in the air fryer, they just take forever to cook, or don't cook that evenly, or they end up being dried out. So what I have found on these big chicken breasts, I get these from the meat department. I usually get 7 or 8 chicken breasts, big chicken breasts at a time. and I'll cut them in half, and I'll show you that here in a second. And the reason why I do is it cooks so much better, so much better. We cut them in half, and really that's thick enough. It still makes it this thick because these suckers are freaking thick, way too thick. So it makes it cook faster, better, more even because you don't have a real thick end and a small end. So we're gonna cut that up. We're gonna get this turkey portion, and then we have some peppers. I usually do about 3 peppers. You know, I usually do some yellow or red and green bell peppers, and then I'll do 1 white onion, and we'll get those sliced up. And I think that's all we're cooking today for the most part, because we already have some of the oatmeal brownie bites prepared, and we got some overnight oats prepared. So I'm trying to get the big bulk items so I can still mix and match some things throughout the week. That's the trick, so you can kind of vary some things up with either seasonings or sauces or whatever. So just the base pieces, you know, the turkey, the chicken, and things like that, or whatever I'm having for breakfast. My second meal is always the same. So my first meal, and then I have 5 meals. In my third and fourth meal, I'll vary a little bit, but it's almost the same every time. It's either chicken or turkey, chicken or turkey, chicken, turkey, and I'll have my turkey either as a patty, or I'll have it as ground turkey, or as a burrito, whatever. So lots of variations, and I always carry a few extra wheat tortillas in the refrigerator just for that reason, because I might make a burrito out of it, depending on my carbs I need or whatever for that day or for that meal. So, you know, let's get slicing up some of this stuff and get it portioned and ready. As you see here, I'm pulling out a little bit at a time, keeping the turkey on the scale, so it's easy for me to zero out after each one and make them as close to 4 ounces as I can. And this is a 1 pound enclosure of meat, or a container of meat, so it easily makes 4 balls. And I put them in balls so then I can season them once they get on the grill, and then I'll add some onions and other stuff to it while on the grill as well. So let's move on. Now onto the sausage. I do it very similar to the ground turkey. I just squeeze out approximately 4 ounces, and of course 1 tube gives me 4 of those, so because it's a 1 pound tube. So I'll get 4 even, or pretty even 4 ounce patties, and then like I said, we'll season those right before we put them on the grill, or right when we put them on the grill. So now we're going to move on to some chicken. We're going to cut this chicken. And let me show you this real quick before we get started, so you can see what I'm talking about. Holy cow! Here's one piece. Look at that! Holy cow! Look how thick that thing is. And of course, it's thick on one end, not quite so thick on the other end. So we're going to cut all these up, and we're going to cut them right in half. And again, even cutting in half, they're still going to be pretty thick, but they're going to cook a lot better than if we're going to cook them like this. So, and of course, you know, we pretty much double how many we got. So we have, I think I've got 7 chicken breasts this morning, so we'll have 14. And don't forget to wash your hands, definitely, before and after messing with raw chicken. Yeah. All right, so now we're on the veggies. We got all our meats over there. We're gonna get our peppers out. We got 3 peppers, 2 red, 1 green. And we'll do a quick rinse on these bad boys. And then we got a white onion. And usually I'll cut the white onion at the same time, but I'll keep it separate because I'll mix it in probably a little bit with those turkey burgers, just to kind of get like an onion style turkey burger. Something a little special, you know what I'm saying? So let's get cutting these bad boys up, and I'll show you a little trick on how I do these. What I'll do is I'll take my knife and I'll cut right around the outside like that, pull it apart, and see if one side's already got the core part taken out, and the other side I just take my fingers like this and just rip it out just like so. Now all that's nice and clean. You can rinse it out. I usually don't. Do the same thing with this one, green one right here. Pull it apart. So it's good on that side. And then here, we'll just, pretty simple, not too messy. I'll throw those away, of course. And then we got one more red one. Go around the outside edge. Helps to have a fairly sharp knife too. Oh, there we go. Yeah, a little bit in this one, not too much. Tear that out, and then we'll take some out of that one, and boom. And then I'm going to slice these bad boys up. All that cut and prep and ready. Let's go outside. Let's start the grill. This is where it's at. Man, I love this thing. I've got other things here that I've cooked on in the past. You know, your typical gas grill, your green egg, whatever. Man, ever since I got the Blackstone, I haven't used those things. This thing is so much better, so much easier. So, anyway, so we almost got our temperature up and going. Couple things, guys. We are cooking on the Blackstone. We're cooking in general. You should definitely have a thermometer, especially when you're cooking chicken. So always try to reach 165 degrees. So, and it's really essential. I mean, really important that you get that internal temperature where it needs to be, so you're not eating raw chicken. And so, and I don't want to cut it or butterfly it with a knife because you let juices out. So something like this really does help. So if you don't have one, if you're cooking, it's a really nice tool. And this one has actually a little guide on it for different temperatures for different types of meat. I mainly just use it for chicken. So, and it's magnetic, so I'll keep it right here. Super easy, super convenient. So, and then the seasonings we got for today that we're using a little bit of Lowry's seasoning salt. We'll do this on the turkey burgers. And then we have this new Caribbean jerk chicken seasoning with a hint of sea salt. We're going to do this on the actual chicken today. And then for the peppers, just a little bit of fresh, not fresh, but you know, pure ground pepper. And then for the sausage patties, we'll just use a little bit of ground pepper as well. I don't need a lot of seasoning on that. I don't like a lot of seasoning on it. So anyway, looks like my grill is about heated up, so let's get some onions and peppers going first. And then we'll lay out some chicken. Here we go. This is looking good, smelling good. This chicken is cooked so much faster when it's cut in half. Again, that's why I always do it. It's so much easier to cook this stuff, man. Every time I forget to cut it in half, horrible. It takes forever. And again, just don't overcook it. It'll start kind of turning white around the edges, kind of let you know when to flip it. Now your peppers, then those take a while to cook, but it also depends on how charred you want them. I like a little bit charred, not too much. And I don't put any liquid, no liquid on them. I just put a little bit of pepper on it and just use the natural juices. So I usually let it cook for a while on one side and then kind of mix it together. You saw me season it just a while ago, and then just start. I guess I probably need to keep some of these onions separate here. We're going to add those into my turkey burgers here. So we'll keep those separate for now. Add them in later to the turkey burgers. Just add a little flavor to them, you know. It's all about changing things up. Add a little seasoning, add a little different sauces, you know. Why just eat the same thing over and over? Well, just vary some things up. Vary the seasoning, vary the way you cook it, you know. If you bake it, maybe, you know, air fry it, cook it on the grill. You know, there's different ways of cooking everything. Don't be boring. I know it's easy to get in the habit and doing the same thing over and over, or eating the same thing over and over. And you know, I'll be the first to tell you, you don't want to try to do a new fresh meal every meal of the day, especially if you're eating 5 meals or 6 meals plus a day. That can get old really, really fast. You can really get burnt out quick on that. Yeah. Of course Margot's out here. Always around food. Dog loves food. Which dog doesn't? But ever since, like I said, ever since we switched her to a raw diet a month and a half ago or so, she is obsessed with food. So I know that one saying, don't feed your dog scraps. The reason for that. Well, this isn't scraps. This is actually her food. But still, my goodness. The girl just constantly wants to eat. Her appetite went through the roof when we switched her over. She barely ate her other food. It seemed like. Oh yeah, these are looking good. Okay, so now that we got everything off the grill, we got it all packaged up, and now it's in the refrigerator, ready for the week. So it makes things so much easier for meal prep when I'm ready to put all my meals together. You know, we have the 4 ground, 90% ground turkey patties that we did, and there's some nice grilled onions that went with that. So obviously we can add that to some nice bread or some keto buns or whatever, or just by themselves. And then, you know, now in another container, we got those 4 sausage patties. So those are nice and plump, ready for a meal. And again, same thing. You mix this with some different breads, some Thomas muffins, or just by themselves. But it gives us options all ready to go. And then our chicken, I usually put in Ziploc bags like this. I got two bags full of chicken. I usually cool down a little bit, then I put them in. And then I'll usually bring them out the next day, slice them up, put them in a container, so that makes it really fast and easy to portion out. And if it's a 6-ounce portion, 7-ounce portion, 8-ounce portion, whatever. And then the last thing is my extra onions and pepper. Well, most of my onions are with the turkey sauce or the turkey patties. These are mostly your green peppers and red peppers. So again, I use this just to add to my chicken. I use it to go with my breakfast burritos. But all of this is now ready pretty much for the week. So what we just did here is going to get us through the week. It's ready to go. You can mix and match and make some nice meals and have a lot of variety. So hope you guys liked the video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, leave them in the section down below. We'll see you on the next one.